The triangle is a very unique submission because if you ask somebody who's good at triangle chokes, most of the time you say, hey, how do you set this up? They'll go, I just kind of fall into it. No other submission in jiu-jitsu is like that. No other submission you just fall into. And the reason is because a lot of times guys just end up one arm in and one arm out while trying to pass your guard when they can't pass your guard. And so triangles are less about the setup and more about the finish. And here are 3 really common mistakes that people have when it comes to finishing the triangle. The first one is that they are on the wrong hip. When you are trying to finish a triangle, if he pins me onto the hip of the side that his arm is in, I am not going to finish the triangle because I don't have any mobility in my hips. I might even be able to lock my legs here, but the problem is his shoulder is still in this position and I'm not gonna be able to squeeze and finish him there. I have to free my hips. How I do that is I post my elbows out and it lets me kind of pick my hips up and lets me start to create my angle. If you notice when I'm actually doing this live, I'll start to pick my hips up and I almost use my thigh to hit him in his tricep to lock that. He might actually put me on the other hip though. He might pin me to this side. And guys will like grab your knee or something like that and pin you on this side. You have to be a little more aware of that. And so what I'm doing with that, when I start to feel that, is I'll have my elbow posted out like I was saying, and then hand goes right underneath my thigh. And then again, I can grab and I can start to create that same angle, start to lock up and finish the choke. So now what happens for a lot of people is they'll start to kind of get rolled up underneath the triangle. Here, you see so many guys when you're teaching a triangle choke, they'll be like, oh, I'm not flexible enough to triangle, right? I cannot lock my legs. And the reason is because your knees are past your hips. You've got to actually create distance in this situation. Putting your elbows on the floor won't help you. You're actually spreading your base out and you don't want to do this. You want to have as little base as possible. So what I do on this situation is I push my head into the floor and I extend with my legs, and that lets me get some distance. And notice my knees are no longer rolled up past my hips. And you'll notice too, I'm able to lock that triangle really quickly and go to my finish. And that's the last thing when it comes to finishing, is so many guys will lock and they'll be like, well, it's over my foot, I should be able to finish this. But like, Jeff has this little baby turkey neck. He's like a small child. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to finish a triangle with just that much lock with my legs. I need to almost be deeper over. And my legs don't really work in the sense of like, I can't pinch my knees at this angle. What I need to do is I need to create an angle, and that lets me pinch my knees much tighter and get my finish. And so without Jeff, what's happening here is I'm not just keeping all this space open to close this space. I create that angle and I try to pinch that way. And that allows me to finish my triangle. And those are 3 really simple fixes to help you finish way more triangles.